Hello, fellow Factorians, and welcome back to my Pyanodons challenge run. During the last episode, I worked on adding hot air to my Pi 1 science production, and despite the complexity of that process, it actually went really well. Pi 1 has been running well. Everything seemed to mostly come together, although I've got some issues in my coal gas generation area that I'm going to need to address. And yeah, things were looking pretty good. During the hands-off period, I started adding lamps to my base. I did a very minimal amount of planning, and I expected to mostly go and watch the timer tick down. But there's a but. So I had a failure, and I think I'll let that be explained during the live play, so I can talk through it there. Anyway, during this episode, I was planning and still planning to increase my automation science production. And yeah, that's the big goal for this episode. So another one of those just add more episodes coming up. See you there. So another failure happened. If you look at my Memento Mori, not the right book, there it is. My rock coal mine failed, rocks fell, and everything died. So yeah, this very critical raw coal mine failed, which runs the copper mine smelting setup over here, which happens to be where I offload my copper ore to, which means that my soot separation has failed, so everything is backing up and everything is going to go badly. I have generally avoided these mining-related disasters, partially because I just have more mine here, more of a patch. The patch size I've selected for this very, very expensive 300x run is 600% richness, and for things like the copper, raw coal, iron, I've gone with larger patch sizes as well so that I can get a little bit more resource out of the same area. But also, I've thought about the issue. So if you notice, all of my coal mines in generally have the critical miners on the very middle of the patch to avoid exactly this issue. But I was not thinking with this particular set of miners, or this particular set of miners, probably because I was using it for something else before, and it was part of the bootstrap base, so I didn't really, worry about it. And then I switched it over to feeding my copper mine, and then, yeah, things went badly. So anyway, that's going to be a quick fix. Is this timer? Oops. I'm cheating slightly. What's going on? Hands-on mode. Okay. I'll add, I don't know, 2 minutes here. Probably not even that much. 1 minute. I'll add 1 minute. I don't like cheating, but I also don't feel like doing that spiel again while you guys listen to me ramble and run around. The next problem that I have to address is I've got some issues in the coke oven gas area, so I'm going to go address those. Mostly just my belts for ash disposal are not quite set up correctly, so I'm going to do that. Need at least one more solid separator up there as well, so I'll be back after I'm up there and have addressed the problems. Be back shortly. Alright, I'm at 1 million science packs and still cleaning up my messes. Well, 1 million automation science packs. So, nice milestone. reminds me why I'm doing this, but also, yeah, things are not looking great as I try and get rid of this sooty mess that I've created. It's going to be a while. I'm going to have to probably come back here, but that's okay. I've got lots of other things to work on. And I think one of the next things I want to look at is I actually undershot how much liquid fuel I needed. So it looks like syngas is actually draining out faster than it can be created. So, and that's kind of an okay problem to have. So what I'm going to do to deal with this situation is look at how much syngas I have. I should have a check valve for it right here. Well, this check valve is not in the right place. Let's put it. There we go. All right. So I'm going to check how much syngas I have, put it on the radar network, and then I'm going to go down to my tar processing area and set it up so that syngas is, when the syngas is low, I actually do end up voiding some gasoline. And that'll keep lots of fuel in my system. Hopefully. Gasoline is really energetic. There's enough of it being made that it should make up for the shortfall. And then I'll have more creosote as well for more treated wood. Alright, and that should fix that issue. Oh. Yeah, it's a little hard to figure out exactly how much liquid fuel you need. They come with different amounts of fuel value, and different conditions pertain. For instance, before I was not using as much pitch per stone that I make because now I'm using this iron setup, but I was furnacing all of my iron that comes through here, and therefore making less bricks out of it. So now I'm going to use pitch for these high pressure furnaces as well, so that'll also create a situation where my liquid fuel system will be running more. So it's good to have this kind of like a backup system that allows me to monitor in some fashion at least how much liquid fuel I've got available to me, and make up for the shortfall with something reasonable. Although, like, it'd be better if I had combinators and was reading my entire network and doing some math with it, etc., etc. And hopefully someday I will get to something like that. That was kind of the point of some of this challenge. It's just not there yet. Anyway, I'm going to build this out. Probably will need to go back to my base to fetch some stuff to make all these high pressure furnaces, and then I'll be back after I've set this portion up. Alright, that should take care of making bricks with pitch in this area. This will help, as well as the previous fix, to make more liquid fuel, because now more pitch will be used up, and therefore more fuels will be produced. So next on my agenda, where am I running? I don't know. Next on my agenda is to refactor my automation system a bit. My automation science area. It's got kind of like a rat nest of splitters, and I've wanted to move to a caravan-based system for a while, so that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to have to do it progressively. I don't know that I have enough time in one episode. Well, I mean, I could extend the episode, but I don't want to necessarily run the episode that much longer. But yeah, I would like to at least get a start on doing that. The other thing I probably need to do is add more copper processing, since now I have the my starter base being fed by the existing copper build up here, as well as this now feeds a new automation science build. So we'll see how far along I get with all of this. Anyway, I'm going to go start refactoring that stuff and be back soon. Alright, and that is a bunch of empty planter box builds refactored and caravans set up to service them and get ash from here and put put small parts inside of this area. So that should help me my automation science catch up. Let's see, what do I want to do next besides verifying that any of this works? There's a couple of little spots in the Steam build that I need to fix, so I'm going to do that. And then I think I'm going to add more copper production. With all this new automation science, as well as the fact that, oh, that's not looking good. What's going on, guys? You've stopped voiding your coal dust. Okay, well, I gotta figure this out. I'm not sure why. Beam is full. Don't really understand how Steam could be full, but okay. I guess more work needs to be done. I mean, Steam is pretty full, so that's... Maybe it's fine? Maybe it is fine. Although, yeah, the fact that Steam is so this full is surprising. Anyway, back to fixing the Steam build. So with that fixed, I feel like I need more copper. So I'm going to add more copper mining and more copper processing. The mining just as security, the copper processing for, because yeah, I need more copper plates. All right, that is some additional copper mining and copper processing. Copper mining because I want to avoid more mining failures, although iron ore is probably still my more serious threat there. And the copper processing because now that northern base is providing all of the iron that, or sorry, all of the copper that I get for both that automation science build, the new one, and also for my bootstrap base. And my bootstrap base is running kind of low right now, but hopefully once I get enough small parts built, that will rectify itself. Anyway, I have a couple more things to do out here real quick. Knew I forgot to do something. Okay, right here. I need to re-energize this stuff with additional iron plates because, yeah, like these plates are where I get my... Sorry, the half belt that I was running over there was not sufficient for iron plates. It is definitely for logs. And then take that off. That was an old hack to try and prevent some native flora for spoiling. Hopefully it did the trick. And that's about it for my automation science build. And yeah, I've got a little bit of time to check my base. Hopefully it's working. Still kind of relying on just seeing that the science is going and waiting for waiting for the crash to happen. Yeah. I look forward to having combinators when I can like monitor belts with them, when I can just monitor all my resources produced and see if there's a drop. But for now, I'm still in the Stone Age, on pre-digital for the most part. Anyway, what am I going to do next? I think I am going to build some windmills. That's probably pretty predictable for you guys right now. Mainly because, well, if you look at my power, I am over a gigawatt of demand, and there are definitely times when I'm spiking real high, and wow, this might actually be might be overwhelming. I should probably put in a few more steam engines, actually. Let me do that as well while I am handcrafting windmills, or handcrafting all of the power poles that I need to handcraft windmills with. So yeah, let's do that. Man, I am looking forward to geothermal power. It's the first like real power advancement that I'll be getting, and it could not come sooner. Electric mining drills should be finished in 11 minutes if things go smoothly. So yeah, and after that, the next one is geothermal power, and I've got quite a few sites. I did up the count of geothermal sites I get by, I think, from 33 to 50, if I recall correctly. Might be higher, but definitely a little bit cheaty to get all those extra geothermal. But on the other hand, I'm running at 300x, so I don't feel super bad about that either. And also, even I got tired of fishing after a while, so I don't want to have to deal with yet another batch of making more fish, or harvesting more fish. I just checked, and yes, now I am currently bound by native flora. Native flora is my limiting factor for more automation science, which is actually kind of not great because I'm under 360. 360 is my target for keeping up with Pi 1, at least when Pi 1 is running ideally. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out something there because that is not sufficient. Anyway, that said, right now, worrying about more windmills. All right. So windmills done with. Let's double check that I've actually connected. Nope. All right. Well, I'll fix that. Have I connected? Yes. Concerning that I just missed one up top. All right. So this should enhance things. Now let's see how many windmills I've got. Over 1,500. So that averages out to 750 megawatts, a little bit better, 800 megawatts on average. So still doesn't keep up with my total, which is kind of not the greatest. Yeah, like power may actually be my downfall this time. That said, I really should go into hands-off time. Let's do that. And let's set my targets a little bit higher. I think 300 here. And yeah, I'm still worried kind of about latex, but let's go for 120 here. Next time, I'm looking forward to having geothermal power working, setting up my geothermal sites and having all that extra power, and maybe also getting some latex production in, and finding maybe some place to get more native flora in. I guess I will have to belt or caravan it in if I really want some more. Didn't love that. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Oh, we got the electric mining drill tech too. That's fantastic. So 3 hours, 18 minutes until geothermal. That actually might be a little bit too long. So who knows if I actually get it. But I will do something productive with my time, even if I do not. See you next time.